Can't wait to start your own business?
Check out graduate.nl.
And maybe we can help you really kickstart your business today.
Ja, dat was een van de sponsors, die ga ik zo meteen nog noemen. Welkom terug allemaal. Gaan we het helemaal zo donker houden? Ik vond het net ook wel gezellig. Kan ik een beetje zien wie er in de zaal zit. Maar ja, ik zei het al eerder. Let's switch back to English. Welcome back everyone. And the good thing is, technology will not save us, make a better world, but we need a lot of technology and we need a lot of innovations. So I'm always glad when there's a startup, scale-up pitch. And good of you to know that a combination of pitching here in front of a very expert jury and a big audience like yourself, and then eventually winning that amount, 5,000 euros that you can take home, that combination will really boost your business. So this is an important moment for all the startups and scale-ups. Today's, I mentioned one, sponsors is InnovationQuarter and Graduate Entrepreneur, and it might be really nice to give them a big hand for helping us. So. Thank you very much. It's in their own interest as well, but still. Today's startups, and please give them an applause as well. The first one is AmberFlow. AmberFlow. Woo! Second one is fabulous Fungi. And I'm really curious what is so fabulous about these fungi. I don't know. Oh, the jury already knows. They look rather happy to me. And the last one is HyER. It's in principle very simple. All three of them get 5 minutes for a pitch, which is rather long for a pitch in an elevator on the 700th floor, I think. But still, then they can really explain all the details and get the picture going of what it's all about. So 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes sharp, so they hear a terrible sound when it's 5 minutes and 1 second, it's over. So please make it 5 minutes and not longer. Then the jury will inquire them and ask questions. And finally, at the end of the day, we'll hear who's the winner of this three. So it's really exciting. And it's a really important job for the jury. So let's go over there. Let's introduce the jury. First of all, Sam Foreman. Shall I say, you're fantastic. An investment manager at Graduate Entrepreneurs 50 million seed fund. And you're how old? 25. Oh my God, what happened?
Doesn't look like it, right?
Well, yeah, sort of okay, but the 50, it's quite a responsibility.
Yeah,
use a mic. So that's the whole idea.
Yeah. It's quite a lot of money, yeah, but we're trying to spend it wise with a very great team that's on the first row there. So.
Yeah, and you're responsible, it says here, for deep tech and climate tech investments, and it's responsible investing the funds of TU Delft and Erasmus alumni.
And 100 entrepreneurs from the Netherlands.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest success up till now? We invested really into, I once produced the biodegradable golf ball. It was a total disaster.
I'd love to invest though.
It was such a good idea. No, I'm not good at it.
So we were founded 3 years ago and we've invested in over 43 startups right now. I think 45 even, right? So that's, in our world, quite the impressive statistic.
It is, and one we already know of, it's still very small. And
very small, they have the time to grow. Yeah.
They need some more time.
Yeah.
Good. What is your perspective on these startups? What are you going to focus on?
Very curious about their pitching style as well. Charisma is a very important characteristic
True.
of the founder. So,
storytelling is important.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. Tim?
Cool.
Tim Fledder, ladies and gentlemen, Senior Investment Manager at InvestNL. He has over 12 years of experience. Wow. Yeah, in venture financing, InvestNL is an impact investment fund for ventures within the energy transition made possible by the Dutch government. It's all overheidsgeld, so that's very good spent. What is your vision of today? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm hoping to see a lot of innovation that can help us transition to a cleaner world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you that there's no tech fix, but we need the technology to.
If you look into the future, what is your biggest fear? Did you think, oh God, what an annoying thing?
Well, that we continue on the path we have been on the last couple of years, and that
we're really stubborn, aren't we?
We're not able to transition fast enough and really change our lives aside from trying to fix everything with tech and going the same way about it as we've
And be honest, it's so good. During COVID, we couldn't go anywhere, and we found out what life was really about, like spending time with your friends, having a meal together. Didn't really matter what you ate, as long as it was together. And then as soon as it was over, we all ran to Schiphol. So we need a trip. So we're silly people, aren't we? Jasper, gezelschap.
That's me.
What a fantastic name that is.
Thank you very much.
Is it South African?
No, it's German actually.
Gesellschaft. But you changed it around, did you? Jasper Gesellschaft from Germany is a fund manager and of the proof of concept fund Unique.
That's correct.
And Unique is the regional development agency for the province of Zuid-Holland, and you're part of InnovationQuarter, and it's all about climate tech mainly.
We invest in climate tech and energy transition from one of the InnovationQuarter funds, and the Unique fund invests in all sorts of tech based in the Rotterdam area.
What is your favorite tech area when everything is tech these days?
I've been an investment manager in energy transition, and that's my favorite topic.
I was in a greenhouse the other day, and they had tiny little tech bugs flying around to eat stupid animals they didn't want. Tiny tech, it was lovely. So
yeah, it is probably POTS, one of our portfolio companies.
No, it wasn't, but still.
Small drones flying through
I know that one too, true. Yeah, it's fantastic. What are you going to look at today?
Today I'm going to look at the teams. I really like enthusiastic teams who have a great vision.
But it's all about working together, isn't it? Alone we cannot change. You have to have a good team.
That's true.
Or a good audience or a good university. Right. Last one, Jan-Pieter Versluis. He founded Solar Monkey.
Correct, yes.
Check. And he started the All Energy Day.
Yes.
What came into your head to do that?
It's 12 years ago already, I think, and we had a sustainable employment agency, and basically All Energy Day was an idea to promote the employment agency, but the event itself got much more successful than the agency.
Yeah.
And what we saw is what we wanted to do is really combine the worlds of, on the one hand, students on sustainable energy and entrepreneurship, but also with the business life, and I'm very proud to see it's still such a successful event today.
Yeah, and it's growing because people get used to the idea that students don't have to finish their studies before they go into business, and businesses can go to universities, and we all have to be hybrid and mix up. And that you started that, so that's very good.
Yeah, let's start with business. The sooner the better.
Good.
And I hope we encourage lots of people to do so.
Yeah, and your energy transition software simplifies solar panel measurements. That's what you are all about. What are you going to see in Fungi people?
In Fungi people, so I'll still have to see, but I'm hoping to see business or potential business that can have a lot of impact in whatever they're doing.
That's always good, isn't it? Impact in general is good. Let's change.
Yeah,
I love it. You're all in the jury as well. You can vote during the day on Instagram at All Energy Day. So pick out the phone after all the pitches and pick your favorite startup scale-up. Is that okay? So in the end, you're in charge. Again, it's always the majority. I hate that. But still, enjoy. It's very simple. I call the first startup Olaf Nekeman from AmberFlow. Olaf, come on stage. Hi. Let's check the sound first.
Yeah.
See whether you have some sound and vision.
Check.
Are you a pitch natural, or do you hate this moment?
I love this moment, but it's the first for me actually. So
Which is good.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
5 minutes sharp. I'll leave you alone. Have fun.
Thanks.
Take it away.
Definitely will. All right. Hi guys and girls. I'm Olaf, and I'm the founder of AmberFlow. And with AmberFlow, our goal is to make households save on their energy bill with 0 effort. Now, why did we build such an app in the first place? Well, let's look at our energy transition and where we're at now. It's going really well, actually. Like 10 years ago, we said we wouldn't make it. Right now, we're almost too successful. And too successful, what do you mean by that? Well, households, they now have to pay for their solar production because the solar panels have become so popular. And that seems unfair, but it's the reality of today. And that's due because a lot of energy companies are actually faced with a lot of imbalance cost. So they are responsible for balancing the grid, and if it's not in balance, they have to pay a fine for it. Now, this imbalance is all due to this increase in renewable energy. And they have to play this balancing game because the grid operators are forcing them to adhere to certain regulations, and they're in dire need for more flexibility. So we're at this All Energy Day, and I come with such a bad story, right? You're thinking, is this a really sad guy? Well, fortunately, I also have the solution. And the solution is a home energy management system. Our mobile app, which controls all of your devices, can reduce your energy bill with up to 30%. Now, how would such a thing work? First of all, we connect your solar generation, so your solar panels. And then we add in your energy company for your energy tariffs. And then we'll also connect all of your energy devices. And basically make sure they're all balanced, or at least that's our goal. Simply said, we just turn on your washing machine whenever the sun's shining. But somebody actually has to do that. Now, this sounds very nice. You're thinking 30%, connect your devices, and voila, I'm done, right? Why doesn't my energy company already offer this to me? The problem is that an energy company has to connect with all of those devices, which is a really big hassle. And then it has to do an entire data analytics process in order to actually extract value from it. So let's imagine that one company does it. It's about 100 connections they have to work with. So that's 100. Then the next one goes, that's 200. And then the next one goes, that's 300. And then you might think, if everybody is doing it by themselves, that's just really stupid, right? Isn't there a better way to make one system, to make it as one single integrator? Well, that's the vision for AmberFlow. We want to be your home energy management system that works for you, and saves you on your energy bill, and combine all of those houses into one big virtual power plant. The aggregated forecast and control is what the energy companies are actually interested in, and they can, in turn, with our product, balance the energy grid and make a little profit doing so. This is the business model of AmberFlow. It's really simple, it's an easy setup. Energy companies, it takes only a week to connect. Now, if we would apply this on a really large scale, the impact can be huge. Because if we look at the amount that the residential sector consumes and the amount that's controllable within the AmberFlow system, we can have the potential to control up to 20% of the Dutch electricity demand and even 50% of the Dutch solar power generation. And that's huge, and that can solve a lot of our problems we are facing today. So let's go back to our problems in the first place. With our system, households, they don't have to pay for the solar power, but they can actually save on their energy bill. Energy companies have reduced imbalance fees because they now finally have a tool to control their portfolio, and grid operators can continue on with the energy transition because they have the comfort of the knowledge that there's a tool available that will help balance the entire system. Hopefully, if we manage to succeed in all of our goals, we will incur a change of perspective. We would like people to see the energy transition as a benefit, not as a burden. And all of that can be achieved with one simple mobile app.
Thank you, Olaf. Well, thank you a lot. That went really well, didn't it?
Impeccable timing.
Yeah, and it was good that you didn't really finish your last sentence, so that you actually showed people that even without energy, you can go on.
Exactly.
So that's good. So it was very modest to stop there. So please step a bit on that side, and let's ask the jury if they have a very, confronting questions. Jury, take it away. You got like 4 minutes.
All right. Olaf, thank you for your pitch. My question is, who's going to be your actual customer?
Good question. So we're a platform, and a platform has users and customers. So our customers are the actual energy companies. They're the ones who pay for our service. And the households are users. They can use it for free. But there is also a lot of upsell opportunity on the customers, on the user side. So that's something we can explore in the future.
I have a follow-up question on that. So, do you have it clear for those utilities what their benefits are? Because they're going to save because they have less imbalance costs, but they're probably going to sell less energy. So, were you able to quantify that?
It's a really difficult calculation to quantify that, and energy companies are quite, it's confident information. So I'm not allowed to share that with them. We are in a pilot right now, and we have some of that information. What I can say is that the imbalance cost they face is about 1 to 2% of their entire revenue. And the model that they are offering and looking at is if they can lower the energy rates, if people connect their smart devices to AmberFlow, because they can then shift it. So the business model of the energy company there, or the one we're piloting with, is actually thinking of changing a bit. It's from selling as much energy as possible at the highest price to making a smart trading system that works well on the energy markets, and then it doesn't matter that much on how much energy you sell, actually. Does that answer your question a bit?
More or less.
No, yes, it was even more than you expected. Go on.
Thanks for the great pitch, Olaf. I really like the structured approach to the problem and your approach to the problem. My question is, we see a lot of startups in this space, and we experience that installation companies are crucial partners to have in your scaling, right? Because they need to help you install this at households. How will you approach getting them to spend attention on your business and not focus on your competitors?
Well, the good thing is we don't need installers. It's a free mobile app, and we just work directly with your hardware. So we connect with your dishwasher, we connect with your solar panels. You just log in and you're done. So there's no hardware involved in our system. And that makes it highly scalable. And a solution that a lot of energy companies are really happy to work with, because there is no scalability issue.
Good. Jasper?
Olaf, can you tell us something about the team and why this team is going to be super successful?
Very good question. So the team consists of 4 people right now. We have, everybody's a developer. We're all working day and night just to build this product. We're all energy enthusiasts. And in terms of our capabilities, 2 of them actually participated in national Olympiads and one in an international Olympiad of physics. So they're the energy modelers. I have a deep knowledge of the energy market and can have the conversations with the energy company on how such a product actually benefits them, because a lot of people it's a difficult market and a lot of people don't understand it really. And then we have another excellent software developer who's just writing code day and night.
Great. Wow. Good enough, jury? I think the time is sort of over, so let's prepare for the next startup. Olaf, stay with me, because my question is, you didn't really answer the last question, so you're all individually very good, but do you like each other?
Well, we spend day and night with each other, so if we didn't like it...
That doesn't mean anything. So are you a good team?
Yeah, it's my roommate, it's my nephew, and it's a really good friend of mine.
You see,
So
tell him. That's
guys,
very good.
Just start with a group of friends and you'll love it.
Uh-huh. And then there was a question about all the power selling. In the end, when everything goes through, we have so much energy, we have to switch off solar panels, you told about it. So won't this be just a good solution to sell everything anyway, only in a different manner?
I don't really fully understand your question.
Well, you say maybe you're going to, the power companies are going to sell less electricity. Well, probably not, because you're going to redistribute it in a different way.
Yeah, and that's the complicated thing about the energy market. So the timing of your energy use has become the most, or one of the most crucial aspects in the price of your energy. And that's basically the problem we're solving for energy companies. We're making sure that the timing shifts. And that's a huge value proposition right now.
And that everybody can join in.
Yeah, it's
that
free
you're
for
not on a waiting list. No, you can have your energy, but you have to pay a little bit more or less, or we'll see.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
The future is bright.
5 years ago, did you even consider it slightly that you could be up here saving the world?
Well, 5 years ago, I was actually in the audience watching startups pitch their ideas, and that was really inspiring.
So this day really works.
It really
People could
works,
actually
yeah.
watch you now think,
Yeah.
oh, this is magnificent, I want to do that too.
It really works.
Great. Thank you so much. Good luck, and keep us posted even if you don't win. I haven't got a clue. So you don't know, there's 3 chances, so give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Olaf.
Thank you.
Thanks. Give me the clicker. Oh, well, it's over there. Next pitch, are we set? Please give a very big hand for Ilse Kremer of Fabulous Fungi. Ilse. Yeah, good. Take the clicker. Welcome.
Dankjewel.
Is this a good fungi selling color?
Yes, it is.
Good. Because when you go to court, you always know you have to wear dark blue and white because you look like the Holy Mother Mary. And this is the fungi selling outfit. So,
Yes, it is.
feeling at ease?
Yes,
You're okay?
I'm okay.
Can I leave you alone?
Yes.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
5 minutes. Fabulous fungi.
Hi. First of all, I'd like to invite you to have a look around at each other's clothes, and in particular to the colors. You might see beautiful colors. For example, the yellow shirt over there or the blue t-shirt over there. But are these colors actually that fabulous? Because what you probably didn't know is that nowadays 90% of our clothes are dyed synthetically. This is one of the major problems in the fashion industry. The main issue is the use of many harmful chemicals. To illustrate, one t-shirt already requires 150 grams of the harmful chemicals. They involve heavy metals like lead and nickel. Dye beds, including the chemicals, are dumped into the rivers, which causes water pollution. The textile dye is actually responsible for 20% of the industrial water pollution. Who thinks we have to find a solution to these problems? Please raise your hand. Great. I'm Ilse Kremer, and I also think we have to find a solution to these problems. Therefore, I founded my company, Fabulous Fungi. At Fabulous Fungi, we develop natural textile dye based on fungal pigments. There are different kinds of fungi who can create beautiful colors and can be used to dye textiles. Today, I'm also wearing an example. My blouse is also dyed with our fungi. We grow our fungi in the lab in Blue City in Rotterdam, and there we grow them on different waste streams, for example, food waste. In this way, we barely use any raw materials. Our dye has many benefits over synthetic dyes. For example, we use less water and less energy, there are no harmful chemicals used, and the pigments are biodegradable, so it won't cause any water pollution. Our dye also has many benefits over other natural dyes. For example, we have the possibility to gain a broad color spectrum, because there are a lot of different kinds of fungi who can create all different beautiful colors. I'm not doing this on my own, I'm working together with my great team. We have a lot of different expertise and a lot of experience. For example, Nick has 30 years of experience working with fungi. As you can see, the market for textile dyes is very high and even expected to grow. We focus on business to business, where we currently work with dye as a service principle for small sustainable fashion brands. So we've launched the first collection together with the sportwear brand Iron Roots. They are based in The Hague. We have launched a collection with their sport t-shirts, which we have dyed with our fungal dye. It was a great success, and the collection was sold out in no time. We also started our first international collaboration this year. We did that together with Abelone Willemse. She's a Danish designer based in Antwerp. And just last week, we have launched a pre-sale campaign for this collaboration. For the long-term goals, we want to have a worldwide production where we work with local waste streams all over the world. By that time, we will have 5% of the textile dye market. This results in 450 billion of liter water saved each year. To get here, we are planning on selling our pigments. In this way, we can also work with large fashion brands as well. And we will be opening our pilot factory in 4 years' time. We have already been awarded with some grants, for example, from the municipality of Rotterdam. We mainly use those grants for the R&D, for the product optimization and the research to new colors. But there are also some things we still need. We can always use support in a way of having new connections with different fashion brands to start new collaborations. Next to that, we are also looking for investment, ambassadors for creating more brand awareness. And next to that, we're looking for investments to scale up so that we can produce more dyes. But what will this investment mean? This investment will prevent more than 7,000 kilos of toxic chemicals from polluting the water each year. Doesn't that sound great? Let's give color to a sustainable future. Join us and invest in our colorful adventure. Thank you.
Fantastic pitch.
Thank you.
Oh, and it's so good. Well, I'm going to ask you later, but the fashion industry, it's the worst.
It is.
Did you know, and then the jury, that Hennes & Mauritz and Zara are now directly linked to deforestation in Brazil? Directly.
Yes.
It's proven. Oh, it's shit. How did you dye this? By fungi?
Yes, with fungi.
Good. Fungi, you say?
Yes.
Good. Go ahead. Step towards the jury and take it away, jury. What about the team, Jasper?
Hello, Ilse. Thank you for your great pitch. Are you wearing any of the clothes you dyed with your company?
Yes, my blouse.
Okay, nice. It looks good, and I think it's a good thing to promote in your pitch as well.
I said it in the pitch. Oh. No problem.
My audio is not that good here. Sorry. What are you looking for if you're having a factory? What kind of, how big is this factory, and what do you need for investments to realize your dream?
Yeah, so the pilot factory will be a pilot factory where we have some machinery, but not very large machinery. For what I said, for the investments, we're looking for 200K for investments. That's mainly for the larger bioreactoren. That's our sort of vaten where we grow our fungi in, and we have them currently on the lab scale, smaller ones for let's say 10 liters, but now we're looking for ones from 100 liter. And we will have in the pilot factory multiple of those bioreactoren where we can make more different dyes at the same time.
So that's, for a pilot factory, it's quite affordable, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Okay.
So I have a question. Did I understand correctly that you said you started as dyeing as a service and then want to move towards selling the dye itself?
Yes. Yes.
Could you clarify a little bit? So how does it compare to other types of dyeing in terms of quality, costs? Well, obviously sustainability you explained, but what about the other aspects?
So for the moment it's a bit more expensive because we work on a smaller scale, but if you can scale it up, then it can be more competitive to the textile dyes which are now at the market. And the quality is, we have a lot of different colors, but we're still researching for new colors, so in the future we'll have a large range of different colors. The colors fades a bit quicker than synthetic dye. You see that with a lot of natural dyeing methods, but there are ways to improve that, so we're also working on that, still doing the research for that. And you can always dye your t-shirts again. So for example, with a collection we did with Iron Roots, it was also sort of a test collection where we sold 100 t-shirts, and later on we asked all the customers how it went with the colors, did it fade? And the results were very positive. It faded not as quickly as we thought it would, so that was very good. And they were also very interested in maybe dyeing it again if needed, but for now that was not needed yet.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Also really impressed with the potential you can have on the world. My question is mainly focused on patents or proprietary technology. Do you have any characteristics in your end product or production process that can be applied for?
We can apply for a patent. We didn't done that yet because it's a lot of time, a lot of money, unfortunately. So for now, we're keeping the way we grow our fungi and the way we dye it. We keep it a secret, so that won't be copied. But later on, we will apply for a patent. Yes, and that's possible.
Great.
Thank you for your pitch. I think it ticked all the boxes. I was wondering, you mentioned on the slide, I think that you can dye at low cost. What does that mean compared to traditional dyeing methods?
It's cheaper than high cost. Oh well.
Is it actually cheaper or at par with traditional dyeing methods, or
So for now it's a bit more expensive, but later on when we scale it up, then it can be competitive. Maybe not very more cheaper, but the same price, I guess. Because our fungi don't need that much to grow, so that's therefore it can be cheaper.
Thanks.
Yeah, a follow-up question on that. Are there any extra benefits, less chemicals or more safer to use for factory workers, these kind of benefits on your product?
Yes, of course. Now it's very harmful for people working in the factories. Most of the times they don't wear proper protection, so they have a lot of health problems, risk on cancer, skin irritations, lots of different negative aspects. But our dye is completely safe, so you don't actually have to wear the protection, but it won't harm you.
Okay.
It's
very good question.
I think this is interesting to validate, and maybe this will really catapult your ask or question from the market.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, jury. Ilse, please stand with me, because I can imagine, because from all the clothing we buy in 1 year, we throw away 3/5 in the same year. And clothing is designed this way that it deteriorates 30% quicker than 10 years ago. So the whole industry is a toxic, sick, strange industry. But your clothing, you might as well say, oh, this is really special. I'm going to wear it for the rest of my life, or as long as it lasts. So the whole value chain can be changed with what you do.
Yes, I hope so, yes.
I think this is really important. Do you find that the same magnitude as I feel? Or you think, oh, it's very nicely dyed?
No, I think it's very important, also because you can recycle it easier than the clothes we have at the moment.
Another argument,
so,
easier recycling.
And you can always dye your t-shirts again. For example, if I don't like this color anymore, maybe next year I will have red color blues.
Oh, swap it with friends. Great.
Yes.
Really good. Keep me
you.
posted. And you all make me smile very much, because I always talk about dark future, we're all going to die. And you die in a different way, so that's very good. Thank you so much. Big hand, Ilse. Thank you so much. He's waiting on the side. With no further ado, please give a big hand to Saul Oost from HyER Power. Saul, take it away. Hi. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Saul, founder of HyER Power, and together with 3 other founders, we work towards achieving our collective mission, which is to grant access to sustainable power for everyone. And I need thank you. So this is because, despite our efforts, if we look at our current energy system, still a large part, more than 80% of the power and heat that we produce is done by fossil fuels. What's more, the centralized character of our power plants and the fact that we have increased electrification ensures that we have an overloaded electrical grid. We are trying to move more and more electrical power from these power facilities to the built environment, but this is overloading our cables. And electrification in itself is a good thing. I mean, we are adding more and more electric vehicles, Teslas and heat pumps to our grid, but that is causing for a higher electricity demand, and our system, our energy system, is simply not designed to cope with this higher demand. And let's face it, if we keep our traditional power plants in place, they will just be powering our Teslas and our heat pumps with fossil fuels. And this is not a problem of tomorrow, this is a problem of today. If we look at this telling image right here, we see, if we keep looking at this image right here, we see that a teacher and 4 children are standing in front of a school which has been constructed already, but they are told by the grid operator that they can only get the power connection, so the access to electricity, in the next 5 to 10 years. And this is not, sadly, the only case. There are more than 5,000 organizations in the Netherlands waiting on their power connection, and they're told that they have to wait a long time. And so due to the overloaded grid, the energy transition is severely out of reach. We, as HyER Power, are developing a solution for that problem. We are developing the HyER Power Plant, which is a combination of a fuel cell, a heat pump, storage technology, so that we can produce electricity and heat for the built environment effectively with hydrogen. And that there's a craving for this solution in the market is apparent, because we have talked to dozens of potential customers. But the ones that need it the most are construction companies like Volker Wessels and BAM, and they are in big trouble. They are told by grid operators that they cannot receive the power connection for the construction phase, but neither for the operational phase, so when the building needs heat. And you say, let's go to batteries and diesel generators, but Volker Wessels and BAM say, these are either too expensive or too polluting. So for Volker Wessels and BAM and other construction companies, these solutions simply don't cut it. That's why the HyER power plant comes in. We are able to offer the right power capacity and the right power connection at exactly the right moment, and we do that with 0 emissions. So, because we use hydrogen as a fuel. Additionally, when a building is constructed and it needs heat, we can provide that heat with 100% higher efficiency than alternatives. And so the HyER power plant fulfills an important promise. We deliver instant renewable heat and power at the moment when it's needed most. And we offer the missing piece in a renewable energy puzzle in this way, because we can already produce hydrogen with sustainable sources and water. We can store that hydrogen in various ways, for example, by storing it in hydrogen tanks. But it is now the trick to extract every ounce of heat and electricity there is in a hydrogen molecule and deliver it directly to the local built environment. And that is a trick that we can perfect as HyER Power. And we are ready to prove it. We have already built the prototype of the system in the Green Village at the campus of the TU Delft. And by testing day in, day out, we are able to demonstrate that our technology reigns supreme over all alternatives. By winning this competition, we can finance the first 200 hours of testing and prove to our customers that this is a technology that they need to invest in. And with every HyER power plant installed, we can work towards a total redesign of our energy system, one where we have local green energy generation instead of traditional fossil fuel power plants, one where we have clean water vapor coming out the chimneys instead of smoke, and one with healthy cables so that grid congestion is a thing of the past, and we can work towards a sustainable economy that allows for growth. We do this all, and we started this journey with 4 TU Delft-based founders and an experienced board of advisors who help us set up the business successfully. But at HyER Power, we continue to hire powerful people. And so let's work together on our collective mission together to grant sustainable access to sustainable power for everyone. Thank you very much.
Well done, Saul. Very good.
Thank you.
And it's maybe good to know for you that in the north of Overijssel, we are developing right now the best airco in the world. So if we stick that in as well, we actually already made the new world. So it's very good.
Could be.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's turn ourselves towards the jury. Go ahead, jury.
Yes, thank you so much, all, for your great presentation. I have a question. You mentioned the lack of getting a grid connection as an argument, right?
Yeah.
Would your system allow a housing block or an office block to operate without a grid connection? Is there actually a solution for it, or
Yes.
do you still need a grid connection?
Definitely. You can run in island mode, as it's called. So you can run an entire block on the HyER power plant itself. Only we don't recommend that. So we always recommend connecting to the power grid, but as more as a support. So it interacts with the power grid. You can use it in island mode, but it doesn't have to be that way.
So what will be your hydrogen source here?
Yes, so it's of course green hydrogen, or otherwise we don't have an effect. So it's hydrogen produced from sustainable sources. And we've retrieved quotes from large parties like Volt H2, Custer, who are green hydrogen suppliers. And the prices for this green hydrogen in 2026, when we want to bring the system to market, are already in the correct price range in which we are economically competitive. So
Competitive compared to batteries?
compared to all the fragmented solutions, so diesel generators, gas-fired boilers, and batteries. Yeah.
Heat pumps.
We'd love to see that
We have a heat
cost
pump, yeah.
calculation.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great pitch. Really like the way you talked us through the dot in the horizon, right? That will really help you in conversation with investors as well, I think.
Yeah.
My question is mainly about the mentioning of higher efficiency than competitive technologies. Can you maybe detail to us what part of your technology drives that efficiency increase?
Yeah, sure. So it's the combination of the fuel cell and the heat pump. and the way in which we use the waste heat of the fuel cell to be able to operate the heat pump at lower temperatures, which also drives the heat pump to operate at a higher efficiency. And so that combination ensures that we can produce heat at twice the efficiency of hydrogen boilers.
And why is your competition not able to do this?
Well,
because they're stupid and old-fashioned.
I wouldn't say that. No, we designed a software solution for the system as well, and we are, as we say, first to data. So we are the first ones that actually are making the computer and the software for this system. And so, if we continue to be first to data, then we will be uncopyable because nobody is working on the system yet.
Saul, you mentioned the storage. Can you
Yes.
elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, we got a small electrical storage element in there. That's only supposed to run for 4 hours at moments when the fuel cell has to start up. And we have a thermal storage element in there, and that's able to store thermal energy for around 3 days. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Maybe a bit technical, but the chemistry for those storages?
The chemistry? Yeah, the one is a bucket of water, so the, the good old water thermal storage, and the other one is a lithium-ion battery. Yeah.
Right. And how huge is it?
Well, it's a 20-foot container, and there you can run an apartment block on it.
Yeah.
So it's doable.
You can store it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How excited are
Nice
you?
catchphrase.
Thank you, jury. Start figuring it out. It's an impossible task, isn't it? Final question?
It's quite challenging, and anything you want to change in energy transition, you need to lower the cost of the current system to make a really good chance. So low cost is something you need to achieve, and that's things you need to really calculate if that's achievable with all your technology combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest parameters we are optimizing for cost.
Yeah, I'll think you will be fine. My gut feeling says that will work out. So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, it's no rocket science in a way.
No,
When you know where we're going
it's all
and
easy.
everything you need to get things fixed, this is a good solution. So, great.
Thank you.
No questions for you. You can vote during lunch. Don't forget that. Are you happy with the way it went, Saul?
I think so, yeah.
Good. Final wise thoughts for the audience.
Well, I love you all, and please, please go to higherpower.nl and look at the internship possibilities that we have, because we are willing to welcome you next academic year.
Oh, it's not
and,
even vote
come
for
join
me.
us.
No, it's
No.
we have internships. Very good. Well, thank you very much. Big hand of applause for Saul. Thank you.
Thanks.
And another one for the jury. Thank you very much, jury. Let's see, it's time for lunch. We have an hour for that. After that, there's the second round of the workshops, and then there's a coffee break, third round of the workshops, and in the end, we see each other here to wrap the whole day up. Enjoy, be smart, and see you in, at least 2 hours. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Enlighten us on the jury process.
Yeah, so
There's not a name on here, is it?
It's not.
Okay,
No, it's
so
only.
this is what you can win.
This is what you can win here. So first of all, we were very impressed by all 3 pitches, and we liked that it was a broad coverage of topics and all tackled a different part of the energy transition and the transition to a more sustainable future. So
Yeah, and the thing that
kudos for all 3.
And that everybody said it opened up a perspective on fashion, on energy, on it broadens the mind.
Yeah, it
Very
really
good.
painted a good picture of how the future could look.
Yeah.
So we were very glad with the pitches and the quality of the pitches, but we were also anonymous on the
Try again.
We're also anonymous
because it's all
on
being
the
filmed,
outcome.
and then
It's always filmed.
for the next decade we see. So
It's like the king apologizing for certain things.
doesn't matter at all.
No, so anonymous decision on the outcome. Of
Anonymous.
pitch. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, make it a bit more exciting. So Let's start with higher power.
Yeah,
What was so good about higher power?
So I wanted to say something about all three
Good.
companies.
Please do that. Yeah.
So higher power, I think great storytelling and painted a very bright future. So we really like that. As a tip, I have a top and a tip and a suggestion for all three. We thought that the pitch lacked some key and maybe the more difficult areas of the proposition. So, for example, what business model you're going to choose, and the cost competitiveness we thought lacked in the pitch. And as a suggestion, we would like to advise to really think about your first use case of the higher power system and what's your beachhead market there and how you're going to enter that market.
And I advise them as well, be careful how you develop, because there are always bigger companies that come along and give you 10 million and get the idea and throw it in the waste paper basket. So keep your idea. Well.
Yeah, so that's higher power.
Yeah.
Fabulous Fungi?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So we thought the pitch was very, very complete. So it ticked all the boxes. We saw all the elements we wanted to see. As a result, we had, I think, the fewest questions at the end. So that's always nice. As a tip, we thought it was a bit studied, the presentation. So loosen up a bit. I think by answering at the question phase, it was more natural, and we liked the
and in the future that can be really easy, because if you bring along 3 top models wearing your dyed clothes that you can let run around, people really go, oh wow, most sexy product on the planet.
We did like that she was already wearing the product.
Me too. I love that. Yeah,
that was great. As a suggestion, we thought, look very carefully where you're going to produce it and see if you can outsource production. So not set up your own gigafactory at some stage, but really look for a CMO or whatever.
Well, I even thought franchise it all over the world, because you can now get buried in fungi, and then you can dye your clothes in fungi as well, and then in the end you can spread it all over the planet.
Great idea.
Good tip. Yeah, good. So the last one.
AmberFlow. AmberFlow, great problem statement, we thought. So really set the scene. I don't know if I agree that the energy transition is going too well, but it really stuck in my mind. So that was a nice opener. Also thought it was lacking some key slides. Foremost, the team. So always present the team. It's one of the most important elements, of course. So would have liked to see that. And as a suggestion, we thought, please, sound the market very carefully. So market validation, talk to all energy suppliers, all the stakeholders in the field before you start building the actual app.
Yeah, good tip. And we talked to them, and it was very funny. Within 3 minutes, we got on new ways of financing it, because it's such a new product. You can demand new stuff from the new economy. So it's really challenging.
Definitely.
It really makes me happy this day. Very good. Shall we wait no longer?
All right.
Shall we say the winner is, and then there's a drum roll, and then you tell him?
Okay.
So, go ahead.
All right. So I present the prize.
And then first the winner is...
drum roll already? All right. So the winner...
ho.
All right.
Opnieuw. You have to have... This is a totally wrong use of a drum roll. No, stop again. Come to the center. We're going to do this right. I say, and the winner is, and then the whole drum roll, and then you reveal the name, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
And the winner of the Pitch Competition 2020 for All Energy Day is...
Fabulous Fungi!
Woo! Really? Wow! Incredible! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, wow. Oh, can I have that? First, come to the front. First reaction.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I expected.
Wow. But how did that happen, jury?
Well, like I said, everybody agreed quite quickly, actually.
But I thought the other two are so technical. This is a technical surrounding. HyER Power might win, AmberFlow might win. Fungi always third. And you just win.
Yeah, but it's a great story, right?
Yeah.
Fungi.
I love it.
Yeah, I can wait to dye my own clothes with Fungi, actually. So.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, like I said, great pitch. So well done. Great storytelling.
Yeah. So, can I have it back? What are you going to do with this enormous victory?
We're gonna make more fungi dye, more colors, and new collections.
Yeah, is there people you want to thank for this huge success?
I would like to thank the jury, of course, the audience for voting, and of course my own team for building this company with me.
Yeah, now you take the check home. What will your next concrete step be?
We're still working on the new color, so the new color will be the next step.
And what, can you reveal a little bit what kind of color that will be?
Maybe the color of the ocean.
Maybe. Is that an easy fungi color, or is it difficult?
It's a bit more difficult than other colors, but
You see, but it's challenging,
like a challenge.
and that's good. So, please, fantastic achievement. Please give her another huge hand of applause. Thank you very much. Woo! Thanks very much. Wow. So, jury, thank you. Oh no, winner has to stay, and then jury has to come. Group photo, it says. Do we actually make a group photo? There's no jury, and there's no group. Oh, this is a group photo. Well. You can always cut me off for Christmas. So. Thanks very much. So, I have to thank the jury and the other two runners-up. Your achievements were very good too, and in my view, you're all winners. So please don't give up and develop further on. Can I have the whole organization committee on stage, because we're going to wrap today up, and let's get them all on stage, because then you can see who made this All Energy Day possible. They're going to congratulate the Fungi people first. This is highly unprofessional. Come on stage. So, here's a microphone. And Lotte, Chairperson Lotte, this is your microphone. And please tell me how it was to organize this and what you thought of today. Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Harm. And first of all, congratulations, Fabulous Fungi. It was the only pitch I heard, but I really liked it. So I hope you can make the next step with your startup with this money. Well, what a day. On behalf of the All Energy Day, I just want to say a few quick words before we welcome you on the show floor for more drinks and more connecting. But I had the honor of leading the All Energy Day of 2024. And it's been a pleasure, and we have had an amazing journey. And in the start of this year, in September, we started with thinking of the theme. And that became Powering Change Together. And when choosing this theme, we envisioned a day that was full of possibilities and innovation, because we wanted to show you the positive side of the energy transition. And actually, our main goal was to convince you all to work in the energy transition, because the energy transition is fun, it's impactful, but also, most of all, very, very important. So I hope we succeeded in that. But by showing up here today and joining us and connecting and listening to all the stories and joining the conversation, you have showed us that you're interested, and that's all we wanted to hear. So thank you for showing up.
Wow, that was really short.
I do have a few more people to thank.
Oh, go ahead. This is unrehearsed, that's okay.
First of all, the 36 companies that were here today, thank you for being here, because without you, it wouldn't be complete, and you have showed us through the workshops, the show floor, panel discussions, and the TED Talks what is currently happening in the energy transition, and that was really inspiring and really motivating, so thanks for being here.
Woo!
And of course, there are a lot of other people who helped us, so we have the technique, the workers from Postillon, we have the old board helping us out, Studio Wavy with the filming, a lot of friends of us helping us out, and of course the one man that tied everything perfectly together, Harm Eden. So let's give them all an applause.
I'm standing here.
Oh, Berend?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harm.
You're so welcome. Thanks.
We still have to wait with flowers because there's one more thing.
One more.
Can I say that? Because I just want to make a personal note to my team. Because with those 6 people, without those 6 people, it wouldn't have been possible to make this day as perfect as it is. So, kids, Max, Marit, Pleuny, Koen, and Timo, thank you for this journey that we had together. We have put a lot of energy and time in it. You really would be surprised how much time can be stopped in one day. But it has been so fun, and they've showed so much talent and so much energy. And it's been a pleasure working with you. I'm really honored that I got to work alongside of you. So thank you for that. And then you can enjoy the drink.
Woo! Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Because I think I speak for all of you that we enjoyed the day, and it's been possible because of all of you. So we as a group want to thank you for that. So come on stage, and then one big round of applause for the organization.
Yeah. Woohoo! And then before we end, maybe my final words, because for me it was an honor to be here. And I might not have told you, along with André Kuipers, I've been an ambassador to WWF for 28 years, 10 years for Just Dig It, and since last year, I'm an ambassador to the Jane Goodall Institute as well. And maybe you all know Jane Goodall, and she's the 90-year-old chimpanzee protecting woman. You know her? Who doesn't know Jane Goodall? Everybody knows her, that's good. And she always says, whenever you feel insignificant as a human person individually, you can always think, this whole climate thing, this whole transition is so huge, I'm too small to contribute. And then she always says, whenever you feel insignificant, think about the next metaphor in your head. Every time a small drop of water falls onto a hot plate, that plate cools down a tiny little bit for a tiny second. But when it's 10 drops, or 100 drops, or 10,000 drops, or as Jane literally said, a tsunami of drops, eventually we will change the plate. And you are all individual drops, and I'm a drop. And when we work together, we can change the plate. And we should. Thank you very much. Thanks.
We can go to the show